my name is Lindsay Ireland, and I'm going to do our chicken avocado caprese salad tonight minus the avocado because we're winging it. But before we get started with the demonstration, I just wanted to take a minute and tell everybody about what I do for my actual demonstration. I have usually about 4 of these plastic things I got at Walmart, I don't know, for like $4. And I print out our recruiting special and I put that out for our hosts to see and all of our guests. On another one, I advertise our freezer meal workshops. It's just a little thing that takes you through the process if you were to have a freezer meal workshop. And then one I put the monthly special for the host, and then one for the guest special. So I have 4 of those kind of laid out in the area that I'm actually going to be cooking in. So I'll go ahead and go into show mode. Donna, did you have the recipe? That is the, yes, that is. Okay, we want to make sure we have that now. Okay, so first, my name is Lindsay Ireland, and I've been with the Pampered Chef now for about 4 months. I am a newlywed. I just got married. Actually, today's my 6-month anniversary. Yeah. So, when I got home from our wedding, I realized it was about that time for me to start paying back my student loans, because I also completed my master's degree in February before I got married in August. So I was looking at about $1,000 student loan bill each month, which is pretty ginormous. And somehow we didn't get a money tree at our wedding as a gift, so I think the Home Depot and the Lowe's were all out. So I came home and I decided to rejoin Pampered Chef. I was originally a Pampered Chef consultant about 14 years ago, before my son was born, and I did it long enough to make enough money for the first down payment on my first house, which is a big deal because I was only 21. And then I was going to school and working full time, and I met the goal that I wanted with Pampered Chef. And one of the great things about this business is that you can try it out and go on a few dates. You don't have to marry it and stick with it forever. You may have a short-term goal that you're trying to reach, or maybe something more long-term that you want to stick with. And so the great thing about Pampered Chef is that you can fit it in your life to meet whatever it is that your personal needs are. So that's a little bit about me, and I want to thank Donna for having me here and inviting all of her friends to see this great cooking show. I have a lot of great products to show you guys. And one of the things I want to give everybody is a ticket. Throughout the night, we're going to be playing a little ticket game, and I'm going to give everybody a ticket for the on-time drawing. And then later on, we will be doing a little drawing, so you'll have the opportunity to earn tickets throughout the night. And you can ask me questions later on about the business. If you guys happen to share some tips throughout the business, we'll go ahead and give out tickets for that. Also, before checkout, I have a business Facebook page. It's called Pampered Chef Consultant Lindsay Ireland. And if you guys go on my Facebook page and like it, that'll earn you guys another free ticket. And so I post lots of great recipes there, product tips and things like that. Sometimes I have specials, and so really great thing for you guys to keep up on your greatest Pampered Chef information. So we're going to start out tonight with 2 different stations. The first one we're going to do here is the chicken avocado caprese salad, and then we're also going to make an amazing cake in the microwave in like 8 minutes, made with just cake and soda, and it is fantastic. When I first told my son about our chocolate lava cake, he was like, "Mom, that just goes in the microwave like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, son, that's what they tell me. You know, they say put it in the microwave, you're gonna have a lava cake in 10 minutes." So I said, "Okay." So we put it in the microwave, and we're looking at it, and we're checking, and we're like, "Yeah, it really does work." And it comes out, and it was delicious. So he is a big fan of chocolate lava cake. So a lot of our hosts love that, and it shows some of our great products that we have, our Rockcroks. And so I'll tell you guys about those in a little bit. Before we got started tonight, Donna helped us make a chicken in the microwave in only 20 minutes, and this Rockcrok is amazing. It is made out of ceramic, and you put the chicken in the microwave with your seasoning, cook that for about 20 minutes with the lid on. You're going to get a lot of 30 minutes with the lid on, and let that rest. And you've got a lot of great fresh chicken broth in there that you guys can use to make your own broth. And as you can see, the coloring on it is beautiful. My husband is definitely a skeptic of cooking meat in the microwave, but as you can see, this comes out fantastic, and you'll be able to test it later on and see for yourself how great it is. It doesn't come out rubbery or anything like that. One of the great things about the Rockrock, it comes in 3 different sizes. This is our Dutch oven size here. We're going to be using the everyday pan for our cake, and then we also have a smaller casserole size. And if anybody already has the deep covered baker, it's really one of our popular items. It's made out of stoneware, and that goes in the oven and the microwave. You can do that same chicken in the microwave in 30 minutes. You could do meatloaf in the microwave in 20 minutes, a pork tenderloin in 10 minutes, and it comes out fantastic. So the Rockcrok is what we call the deep cover baker on steroids because it does not only the microwave, not only the oven. You can also put it on your grill. You can put it under your broiler if you start something on your stovetop, like say a French onion soup, and then you go to finish it off with the cheese and everything in the oven. You can put it under your broiler, and also you can put it in the dishwasher, which is fantastic. That was one of my first goals to use when I started my Pampered Chef business, was to earn enough money for a dishwasher before I had to start paying those student loans. And I am proud to announce last month I reached director. I got all of our new spring products for free, and I made my first over $1,000 paycheck, which was fantastic. And so I went out and I bought a dishwasher and a butcher block, and so now I get to go back and look at all the wonderful Pampered Chef products I have and verify which ones are dishwasher safe. So I'm really excited to be able to put my Rockrock in the dishwasher now. So we're going to actually start by cutting the chicken breast so that we can make our salad. Now, Donna, do you usually take that out of the...
You can just cut it in there. You only want a little piece of the breast.
Alright, so I've got our serrated nylon green knives here. These are also going to be dishwasher safe. That I do know. And I will say also that sometimes during my shows you'll see me refer to different note cards or the catalog if somebody asked me for a, just a little warm.
Will you hold that? Okay, so hold on, let me get you something to hold that
one. Yeah, it's a little toasty.
There we go. And it looks like I may have overcooked it a little bit. Yeah,
it's still really juicy there.
Big piece.
Is anybody a fan of the skin? Does anybody want to try out the skin? Because it looks really good. I really don't want it to go to waste.
Yeah. Look how juicy. And cooked perfect.
How is that, Joey? It looks so good.
I thought it wasn't going to be crispy.
No, it really is. Here, you want to...
Okay. There you go.
Alright, so we are going to start with our, we've got our recipe over here. Can I get some volunteers? Anybody want to help out? Joey, Tanya, you want to come over? Okay. Alright, so I'll start out with the recipe. We've already got our arugula in the bowl, and we've got our chicken. And what we're going to use here is our new Pampered Chef Quick Slice. This has got a great plastic base on the bottom of it. We're also going to use this for our tomatoes and the...
Do the chicken last.
Do the chicken last. Okay.
So that it doesn't
Right,
the other things are cooking.
Alright, we got our grape tomatoes. We're going to put a couple of these on your base here. Alright, make sure your lines line up there. Yeah.
I should have placed my order after tonight.
That's actually a new product right there?
Yes, this is a new product that will be available to all of our customers on March 1st. Yep, you just kind of wiggle it down. Watch out for those tomatoes. They squirt at you.
Oh, I did.
Alright, so then you're just going to dump those right on top of our salad here. We're using the glass bowls. They come in a set of 3 in 3 different sizes. Alright, so we're going to do a couple more. This recipe is so easy to make. You guys are just going to absolutely love it. Yeah, and just kind of wiggle it down on both sides. It's kind of like our veggie slicer, or veggie wedger, and I'm a big fan of that. It actually wedges all your vegetables. So I use it for potatoes, onions, peppers, things like that. All right, that ought to do it.
We got the knack of that now.
All right, and then we are going to just
Pretty, that
use
looks
some of
already.
our mozzarella balls here.
Maybe. Let's set it out.
Oh, so good. If we can get them open.
I can never do that.
There you go. Just grab a couple of those. While we're cutting these up, does anybody already have a bunch of Pampered Chef products at home? Do we have any Pampered Chef newbies?
I am.
You're a newbie, Joanne. Do you
Yes.
have any Pampered Chef products?
I have everything. And
Oh,
that's
that's a
when I
great job,
decided
Anya.
to start selling.
Well, you don't have everything yet
Yeah, not
because the
now.
new spring
No,
products.
I
So
know.
that's
You could pull a fork out of that drawer if you want to. So it shows you that it might be good to drain those ahead, right?
yeah.
Use a colander at the show for it.
Yep.
Like those got a tray under it.
Do we get to eat this tonight?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is fantastic.
It looks really good.
All right. I'm sure this cheese is not great for Donna's diet, but it is delicious. It's a salad, so we're gonna hope that those veggies kind of balance out the
Vegetable
cheese in it.
variety, yep.
All right, so that's probably good on that.
I like that thing.
Yes, I'm in love with that tool, guys. That's going to be a big seller if you show it.
I have somebody who wanted it from the show last night. She ordered it, and I have to ask how to do this
She
now.
can have it next week, 2 weeks.
All
I know,
right.
but I got a lot of other orders.
You want to now try
Yeah.
the chicken? See if
Well,
it-
I noticed Donna.
I like this.
This is our closing cut. We'll actually use this to finish off the last couple of tomatoes that we have, so you guys can see the different tools that we have. I'm going to use the serrated knife.
I like
I'm going to
this.
hold it down and just slide that right in there. Did I go all the way across? Stop. There we go. All right, all the way to the back there. Got our tomatoes are cut right in half. So you can use those for tomatoes, grapes. Donna, what else do you like to use your closing cut for?
Olives.
Olives. Ooh, olives.
Chicken
That's a
cutlets.
good idea. Really? Chicken cutlets?
Chicken
That's
cutlets to
great.
thin them out. Yeah.
pork chops, steaks.
Now, do you do that before it's cooked or
Before
after?
it's cooked. In other words, when they
That's-
come from the store very fat. And I used
Oh,
to
yeah, they're
put my
definitely-
hand on top of it and do this. Well, I had a couple accidents
Oh,
that
yeah.
way.
You definitely want to be careful, especially
But
if you're using.
I went zip, zip, zip through the whole thing. I know.
Especially if you're using our forged cutlery.
Right.
This knife, I love it, but it is extra sharp. When I
That's what
first
I
got my
noticed.
knife, I was cutting through my potatoes and I said, oh, this is just cutting through these things like
Yeah.
butter. And let me tell you, you want
Right.
to keep your fingers out of the way because it will also cut through the tip of your finger like butter.
The boning knife works very nice through the slicing.
And this is German steel. It's forged cutlery. It goes full tang, so it goes from the very end, one end to the other. They have a really great weight on them. They come with a nice protective case so that you can keep them in your drawer. Or we have a knife block starter set and a knife block set that you can use to store your knives in. And these knives are just fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and cut up the chicken and throw that in there too.
I'm doing the cake, so I'll let you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. No, I didn't know.
So this is a test. We don't know if it will work.
I did it with chicken tenders at my house.
Love this thing.
Yes, you want to make sure that you have your grain of your chicken opposite of the blades because otherwise it gets a little bit difficult. So as long as you have your grains of your chicken turned the
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
direction, that's great.
Which is
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, not
No,
there you go.
that way.
Perpendicular. Yep.
Nice.
Now you can use go ahead. You can use the simple slicer on the countertop to get something started if you're going to be doing something thick, or you can just cut it right there in the base of the simple slicer, which is what I prefer to do. How easy is that? Can anybody see yourself doing this at dinner? Back home?
Very impressive.
I think so, but then there's some left underneath, so.
Yeah, as long as you're not in the edges, you don't
Right.
you don't get any kind of stuck in there, so you're good.
How much is it?
$34.
I didn't show it. That's your eye on the simple slicer.
I have a big question to ask everybody at the end of this.
Good
girl.
on the ball for knowing that
I'm impressed. I didn't even know the price.
There you go, Joanne.
You're hired.
That is fantastic. All right, so
You
the
get a
next
glass of wine for that
Forget the ticket.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use
I
our
like this.
professional shears.
I did this last night.
Good. We're going to use our professional shears to chop up some basil and put that in our salad because it is a caprese salad, which is mozzarella, basil, and tomato is what makes up your caprese.
Oh, I did it different. I know what you're going to do.
All right.
All right,
So
so
you
then
can-
I just bunched it all up.
Yep, you
and-
can just
yeah,
roll them up there. And then, yep, right there's our professional.
with a lock.
Yep, you can hold on to your little tip there and snip it right over the salad. Perfect.
Usually I make them small.
Shoot, I should have bought a pair of those.
I love these. I like these.
Love that.
I did just
What
get
do
those
you
for
use those for?
for
I
myself.
used to have one, but
Well, we have the salad choppers, which are also a big, I'm a big fan of, and I use that to chop my chicken anytime I really need chopped
Before you got
chicken.
that.
Before I got that, that's right. And one of my neighbors, she actually uses her salad choppers, well, to cut kale and to cut collards. So around the holidays, when it was time for her to make her collard greens, she said she could spend all day cutting. I mean, collards are just big bunches
big leaves.
of
Big
vegetables, and so she was actually using that in order to chop up all of her collards. So we are going to put a couple of cloves of garlic here in our measure, mix, and pour for our dressing. Oh, only one. All right. Well, you can never go wrong with extra garlic. So we're going to go 2 because I love garlic. Okay. All right, so this is our measure, mix, and pour, and on the outside of it, we've got a couple of different recipes. You can see that it's got your measurements here in ounces as well. So we're going to take the lid off, we're going to put all of our ingredients in there, and then we're going to swoosh it together and put it over our salad, and we will be ready to go. So we're going to start with half a cup of your vegetable oil. And we've got that measured out in our measuring cups. You can see as you measure on the side, the measurements are actually on the inside of the cup. So when you go to measure, you're not down here on the counter eyeballing it to see whether or not it's actually gonna fit. And then we're gonna put in our balsamic vinegar, which is a 1/4 cup. That cup is so darn cute.
I know. I like that
It's
too.
like our mini measure-all cup that's like 4 tablespoons.
Like
It's
that.
just adorable. All right, and then we need half a tablespoon of sugar.
This is this.
Yep.
Now what are these?
Those are pinch bowls.
Pinch bowls.
I like that.
And then we're going to add in some salt and pepper. It says about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can just use the grinder there and put that in there.
Say when.
When?
All right, 2 turns. That's about a 1/4 teaspoon. All right, that's good. And then we are going to add in half a teaspoon of our Italian seasoning. So these are our stackable measuring spoons. We also have adjustable measuring spoons. These are great because they lay flat on your countertop and they'll stack together in your drawer so that you don't lose them. They also have a hole in them. So in my kitchen, I actually have some hooks you could hang it on. Or, if you wanted to tie it together with a little bread tie, you could do that too if you're afraid of misplacing them. So we're going to just use half a teaspoon of that. And so you guys know we have fantastic seasonings in our catalog, and the top of your spice is actually a whole tablespoon. So if you're going to measure something in a recipe and you don't want to break out your measuring spoons, you can use that as 1 tablespoon measurement. Yep, right up to the little line there. You don't want to go all the way to the top, but right to the line.
All right. Cool.
It's really helpful in some of our freezer meal workshops. You don't have to have as much stuff to measure. All right, and the last thing that you need, we're going to use our garlic press.
Okay.
And inside here is our, what I like to call our Barbie hairbrush. And the Barbie hairbrush you can use to get right inside the little holes of your garlic press. With the garlic, you don't have to peel it. You can put the whole clove in here and stick it right down there. And then you're just going to press it right inside. And there you go. And when you pull it out, you've got your skin all in one piece. So you never want to make sure that when you go buy your garlic that you don't have the little green stuff growing out of the top of it. That is not good garlic. You also don't want brown garlic because that's going to be very bitter.
That's pretty hard to do.
It depends on the size of the cloves that you use. So that was a pretty good size clove that I had there. You can actually cut it in half, and it's a little bit easier to squeeze.
Okay. I usually take the top and scrape it
I know.
off the edge.
Yep.
Just off the edge.
Yep.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want any of our good garlic to go to waste. All right. So here's our. We're just gonna stir it all
Look at
together.
that. I hadn't seen that in use before. That's very cool.
All right. So our salad is all ready to go, and Cindy was gonna come over and help us out with our
They can see.
our cake mix that we are gonna do. I'm gonna move our salad over to the side here. So Cindy has a little bit room.
She's gonna come close.
So this is pretty much like the lava cake that I mentioned earlier. In our lava cake, you actually use the cake mix and the actual ingredients that you need to make the cake, and then you put half a container of frosting in the microwave.
Sorry, guys.
With our soda cake, you actually only need your cake mix, can of soda, and half the container of frosting. Is that right, Cindy? You don't actually need the ingredients for the cake mix.
First thing you add is just the cake mix.
Does it matter what soda you use?
No.
No.
Whatever
Because
mixes you want.
I was thinking of root beer when I was doing it.
Ooh,
just
root
because
beer
of
and
root
chocolate?
beer and
That
chocolate.
sounds really good. Yeah,
We have Swiss chocolate and milk chocolate frosting.
And 12 ounces. So it's
Yeah, 12
some
ounces of
cans are
soda.
not 12. You got to make sure you got 12 ounces.
yeah, you don't want your mini
Okay.
8-ounce cans. That's not going to come
Here's
out
the
as
12
well.
ounces that we've already measured. They've chosen Sprite. You just pour it in there on the cake mix. Use your wire whisk and mix it all in real good. Just keep scraping the sides. The Rockcrok can be scraped, so don't worry about that.
That's great. That is. You're able to use your metal utensils in your Rockrock, which is also another difference from our actual cookware, because the non-stick cookware, you're going to want to make sure that you use soft utensils, nylon utensils. You don't want to use anything in it metal that is going to scrape the bottom of your non-stick cookware. And then the stainless steel cookware, you'll be able to use the metal utensils in order to make gravies and things like that as well.
You just mix it till it's all mixed up good. You don't want to see any of the powder left.
But
It's
lumps
taking
are
me so
okay.
long because I
But
keep coming
lumps
in
are
the powder. Lumps are okay. Once you get it stirred up really good, that's good. Then what we're going to do, you're going to use your scooper.
Our stainless steel scoops, and they come in 3 different sizes. Looks like we're going to use our medium scoop there.
You're going to fill it up and scoop it. You don't want the frosting scoops to touch the sides of the pan, and you don't want it to touch each other. So you're just going to space them out. And we're only going to use about half the container. So just kind of watch what you're doing.
I know why mine didn't come out good.
Yeah, if you put your icing scoops too close together, they'll kind of meld together, and you'll have an extra big pile of lava in your cake, which isn't a terrible thing
it
at all,
3/4?
but it just doesn't look like a uniform
It's,
a uniform cake.
3/4.
it definitely is.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I scooped out the whole jar and just plopped it in the middle of my cake.
Oh yeah, so you probably ended up with
It
a
was-
giant mound
it
of
was
lava.
just a mush. It was a
Okay,
mush.
perfect.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
you're gonna
break my
cook this in the microwave. We're not gonna put a lid on it because we don't want the steam to come down back in our cake. And we're gonna do about 10
What's the
minutes
lid?
in the microwave. No lid.
No
No
lid.
lid.
No
See,
lid.
that's another thing I did. Okay.
Yep, no lid. This is great. You can serve it with ice cream using the ice cream scoop. You can also drizzle some caramel sauce over the top of it. There's a couple of variations. We want to get that going for 10 minutes.
Do you have a bowl to put this in?
Turn the round thing.
Ready to do 10.
This thing here.
Oh.
And then you're going to want to microwave the frosting and pour it over the top after.
Do you have a bowl?
You could do it right in there, but
I
you,
could put it
it would be good
Oh,
to
you
do
do
it.
it right in here.
How do we
It's
get the
better to
temperature
do it
on?
in the flexible bowls. But...
Donna,
Turn it on, maybe.
Okay, so can you hold this?
Oh, I got it.
press. Look. No, 99.
Oh, that's second.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, cute.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay, so that's the demo anyway, and we're going to get ready for the
Oh, I
close.